Good day everyone and welcome back to Kilohertz and to the fifth video of Back to Basics. Well, in this video what I will do is I will change the intensity of two LEDs by controlling them using a potentiometer or as known as a variable resistor. The two LEDs will be plugged into pulse width modulation pins on the Arduino. So we'll be able to change the intensity based on the resistance we get from the resistor itself. And I also want to bring to your attention to a new function that I will be using in the sketch. And the function is going to be called map. More about it later on. Now, the two LEDs are going to be, both of them are the red and the blue one. These are the two I'm going to be using for the sketch anyways. And they're going to be connected to a 5 kilo ohm potentiometer, or which is the same thing as a resistor, but it's a variable. And what will happen is when I turn the potentiometer into one direction or the other, or in other words, by changing the resistance on it, one of them will become brighter while the other one becomes dimmer. And if I turn it the other direction, it's going to be the opposite. From in here, just to explain fast, I'm going to put a Fritzig diagram up. The potentiometer itself, it has three leads here, like two other potentiometers, so you can see them separate. They might look identical, but they're actually different because one of them is a 5 kilo ohm, the other one is 50 kilo ohm, and here's another. There's supposed to be another one here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Another type of variable resistor or a potentiometer, and it just looks like that, the same way, just three leads. Now, the three leads, one of them is supposed to go to ground, the other one is 5 volts, and the third one goes to an analog pin on the Arduino so we can measure the resistance coming out of it. So if we take the example we have right now here, the yellow one, which is the middle one, it's going to analog pin A0 on the Arduino, while the orange one is going to ground and the white one is going to 5 volts on the Arduino. However, and as for the blue and red LEDs. The red one is going to PWM pin number 3, blue one is going to PWM pin number 5, and they're both sharing a common ground as well. So it's pretty straightforward connection, nothing special about it. However, the idea is to show you how to use the new function that's called map, and it's quite actually interesting. All right, so let's get into the sketch.
We start the sketch like normal by defining the pins for the red LED and the blue LED and the potentiometer. So the red LED is going to be connected to pin number 3 on the Arduino, which is the PWM pin. And the blue LED also will be connected to pin number 5, another PWM pin on the Arduino. The pod itself is going to be connected to analog pin number 0. In the void setup, it's going to be like normal. The only thing we're going to be doing is defining that the red LED and the blue LED, the pins are going to be set to output, and that's it. And then we're going to jump straight into the loop. So we start the loop directly by introducing a new local variable, which is going to be called eval. And that val variable, its job is to read the information straight from the pot. And it'll take the data from the potentiometer and will store it for later on. And we're going to store it so we can map the value from the analog pin number 0 to the PWM pin, whichever 3 or 5 that we're going to be using. And we're going to be doing this by using a function called map. And the reason why we're using map, it's because the analog pin number 0 or any analog pin on the Arduino has a range between 0 and 1024, while all the PWM pins have a range between 0 and 255. And we're gonna take the range from the analog pin and apply it to the range on the PWM pins. And we're gonna be doing so by using the map function. So the map function will state the syntax for it is to first of all define the variable we're going to be using, which is the val, and then the low to the high where we're getting the information from, to the low and high to where we're going to be applying that information to. and definitely taking that information and storing it in the variable that we call val. It's a very interesting uh, function, and if you have two different ranges that you want to use them so they can translate one to the other, we can use the map function for that. And then all we have to do is take that information that we picked up and we stored actually in the val, and use it to analog write into the red LED and to the blue LED. Now what I did is we took the value that we picked up from the pot, and we applied it to the red LED, and then we applied its negative to the blue LED, so that the blue LED and the red LED behave opposite to each other. In other words, if the red LED go up by 100, the blue LED will go down by 100. So all we have to do right now is upload the sketch. And when it's done uploading, I'm going to play a small video to show you how the blue light and the red light behave when I turn the pot. You'll see that one of them becomes brighter while the other one becomes dimmer. So until next time, stay safe and keep making.